Hey, hello investors and future investors. Welcome to the channel. For today's video, I'm going to show you a brand new LEAPS option that I just picked up for my portfolio. I'm going to show you how I picked up this LEAPS option, and I'm going to show you how I intend to use this LEAPS option in order to make consistent income. Now, if you're trying to use options in order to get some extra money to supplement your regular 9 to 5, or you're new to options trading, then you so happen to stumble onto the right video. Welcome to Investment Gains. Let's jump right into it. Welcome back, investors and future investors. My name is Tim, and on this channel, I show you how I use my portfolio in order to make consistent income. For today's video, I'm going to show you a brand new LEAPS option that I recently added to my portfolio. I'm going to give you a complete walkthrough of my decision making before adding this LEAPS option to my portfolio. And then I'm going to show you how to use this LEAPS option in order to continue generating consistent income while we wait for that LEAPS option to appreciate in value. Now, you guys know how we do it. Let's go ahead and get down and dirty with options. So, our video for today is going to feature none other than ARM Holdings, ticker ARM. So here we are on Arms Holding. And first of all, let me go down and give you guys a brief history, just some key points you guys need to be aware of. Now, very important, ARM is located in the UK and it was founded in 2018. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just give you a brief technical analysis on some of the decision making that went into me deciding to add this stock to my portfolio. And for that, we're going to go to the Robinhood Advanced feature right here in order for us to open up the graph. Now we're going to go ahead to the 1-year chart. Now, the reason I'm using the 1-year chart is because although ARM was founded in 2018, it was only listed on the exchange in 2024. So as you can see here, our favorite blue line here, which is the 200-day moving average, it recently started right here. So currently, ARM is trading for a price of $101. Now, I'm going to use this line right here in order to show you guys some indicators or some key points in this graph. Now, as you guys well know, I like to pick up my LEAPS option below the 200-day moving average. The 200-day moving average for this stock is around the $140 mark. However, the stock is trading below that. Now, once I'm able to put this line right here, you can see that ARM has a support level right around the current price is trading. That support level is the $100 mark, and that's a very strong level right there. Now, if ARM was supposed to reduce in value, it's going to go down to the next level of support, which is going to be the $90 mark. So between the $100 and the $90 mark, that would represent a $10 drop or 10%. Now, on the opposite side of that, from the $100 mark, if ARM were to go up, as you can see here, the high it made was around $180. So from $100 to $180, that's going to give you a 80% upside. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to add this LEAPS option into my portfolio. It has a 10% downside and an 80% upside. So in my opinion, the pros outweigh the cons. Now, currently, it's also trading at around a 42 RSI. For those of you who don't know what the RSI is, the RSI is a momentum indicator and it stands for the relative strength index. Two indicators I love using in order for me to add stocks to my portfolio is mainly the RSI and the 200-day moving average. Now that we got that out of the way, let me go ahead and show you how I picked up this LEAPS option in my portfolio. Now for that, we're going to go ahead to trade options down to the bottom here in order for us to open up the option chain. Now, for those of you guys that are new to options, this area down here with all this information down here is known as the option chain. And the option chain gives you enough information in order for you to make a very informed decision. Now, for those of you guys who don't know what a LEAPS option is, LEAPS is just an acronym for long-term equity anticipation securities. If you have one contract, it's going to be a LEAPS option. If you have multiple contracts, it's still going to be a LEAPS option. That does not change. Now, in order to get the LEAPS option, we're going to go ahead to buy. We're going to go ahead to call because the LEAPS option is actually a buy call. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to choose our expiration date. Ideally, a leaps option to represent a long-dated contract of around 365 days or more. However, for the purposes of this video, we're just going to be going with January 16, 2026, which gives us around 275 days or roughly around 9 months. Let's go ahead. We're going to select that. Now I picked up the price at the money. So the share price here is 101.7. And any price you ever hear that's being described as being at the money simply means the closest strike price to the share price. So the 105 price here is the closest above the share price. So that's at the money, as well as the $100 strike price is below the share price. So that too is the closest at the money. So I just showcased the graph to you guys, and it showed that there's a strong level, the $100 strike price right here. So that's why I picked up the leap option. So at the $100 strike price, we have a delta of 0.63. I would not worry much about the delta because I have a very long dated option. As the time goes by, this delta is going to increase and it's going to go a lot higher because this $100 strike price here that's now at the money, sooner or later, rather sooner, is going to be in the money, which means it's going to be going down here because this share price is going to be going up. That is the whole point of anyone investing in a leaps option. So the $100 strike price with the 0.63 delta, I paid $2,300 for that. So in order for you to pick this up, you simply go into it, and there you have it, a long call or a leaps option. And that is how I pick up the leaps option on ARM Holdings PLC. Now, it does not stop there. Another reason why I picked up the leaps option on ARM is because of the implied volatility. And to get that, you simply open up the strike price. Now, the implied volatility is another key indicator I use. And the reason why I use it is that it gives me a good idea of how the stock moves. So the implied volatility here is 61%. Now, any implied volatility of 1% to 50% tells you that the stock is very low risk. A low risk stock of between 1% and 50% is not going to move very much. The other side to that is going to be any implied volatility of 100% and upwards. That tells you the riskiness of the stock. When I'm picking up leaps option, I like to pick up my leaps option that carries an implied volatility of anywhere between 50% to 100%. So that was another reason why I picked up this leaps option. Now that I have this leaps option in my portfolio, I'm going to show you what I'm going to go ahead and do at market open come tomorrow. So I'm going to go now to sell. I'm going to maintain the call here. And now I'm going to go ahead and select a close out strike date. The strike date I will be going with is going to be May 9th. And that gives me 23 days to expiration. Now, the reason I'm selecting the May 9th, remember, always do your own due diligence before investing. The reason why I'm going to choose the May 9th is that this company is going to be releasing earnings on May 7th. So I'm pretty sure around the May 9th period, the options are going to be super, super juicy. So now I'm going to go ahead and select a strike price that I think the stock is not going to get to come May 9th. And I will be going with the $114 strike price right here. Now, the $114 strike price right here gives me a chance of profitability of 80%, meaning there's an 80% chance that this trade goes in my favor. Now, because I have an 80% chance of profitability at the $114 strike price, I'm going to be paid. The amount I'm going to be paid is going to be $3.05 in the option world. However, in the real world, this $3.05 is going to translate to $305. And that's because each option contract contains 100 shares. You simply multiply your 3.05 by 100, and that's going to give you $305. So, why am I being paid, you ask? That's quite simple. I am being paid because I'm now selling a call. I bought a call, which was the leaps option. And by having that leaps option in your portfolio, you're now allowed to use that leaps option as collateral in order for you to now go and sell what is known as covered calls. So I'm going to select the $114 strike price, and I'm going to just accept my $305. Now, here's the beautiful thing about doing this. This 305 right here, that money is yours to keep no matter how the trade goes. And that's one of the best parts about this. Now, just remember, on this channel, and in my personal portfolio, I use long term option strategies in order to make short term gains. So, the fact that I'm selling covered calls against my leaps, I do it at a very high strike price. Because the whole point of me buying a leaps with such a long out strike date is I want to keep it in my portfolio as long as possible while the share price appreciates. By the share price appreciating higher than the price where I bought it, that is going to be known as capital appreciation, or how we call it on this channel is going to be my investment gains. The return on the in money I invested in order to buy the leaps option. And there you have it. That is the leaps option that I added to my portfolio. And that is how I'm going to use this leaps option continuously in order to generate consistent income until come close to the strike date. Now, I do have several videos about how to manage this trade just in case you decide to go tits up. So go ahead and search the channel for those videos. Now, if you guys have any questions about how to pick up the Leaps option or how to use the Leaps option in order to make consistent income over time to grow your portfolio, then let me know in the comments below. Also, if you are using the Leaps option strategy, please let me know what stocks you're using in order to capitalize on this option strategy. Now, go ahead, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Please hit that notification bell to get an alert when I post a video. But most importantly, if there's anyone out there struggling to grow a small accounts portfolio, then please share this video with them. On this channel, we specialize on helping investors grow their small account portfolio consistently, safely over time. Now, until the next video, keep pushing your investments.